let's go. Welcome to the Unfazed podcast. I'm your host, Osity Bo. You already know how it is. Today, we got one of the top football players in the class of 2025, Mikey Gow. Welcome to the podcast, my guy.
Thank you. Great.
Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. I'm grateful to be here. Blessed for this opportunity. Ready to answer some questions.
Of course, man. I appreciate it, man. All right, so, of course, the world's first official ambidextrous quarterback, bro. Coming out of Bellevue East High School in Nebraska, right?
Yes, sir.
Starting on varsity as a freshman, you got interest from multiple D1 schools such as Notre Dame, Texas, Cincinnati, Michigan, OSU, Nebraska, a couple other schools as well. Um, Iowa, Kansas State. You're standing at 6'2", number 18,
Mm-hmm.
as a freshman. You were featured on SportsCenter. Lamar Jackson called you a number one overall pick. You signed your first NIL deal with Soldier Sports back in May.
Yes, sir.
Um, so you're going into your second year, sophomore year.
Yeah.
Got you. So you got a lot going on, bro. Especially being on SportsCenter, bro, and Lamar Jackson seeing you calling you first overall pick, bro. That's big, bro. That's big. Like, you got a lot of stuff going on for yourself, bro. That's great, bro. That's great. But the first question I have for you, bro, of course, just being ambidextrous, bro. Like in games, when you're in the game, when you're ever in the pocket, you ever like switch hands when you're in the pocket, like, or like being ambidextrous. It's just like that's so different. Like that's something I've never heard before. You know what I'm saying? Like an ambidextrous quarterback.
Yeah.
Like I feel like especially being a quarterback in that position, that's a huge advantage. Um, and like of course I feel like the defensive linemen don't even know which arm to swat out. Cause like you can like roll out from both sides. Like do you do that sometimes?
Yeah.
Roll from both sides. So like how much how much do you view being ambidextrous as an advantage? And like in games, you ever switch hands in the pocket?
All right. So I'll start off here. I've been throwing ambidextrous since I was 10. So I've been working on it
Mm-hmm.
for a while.
Yeah.
Here I tried to do it, but my head coach, he didn't really let me because I guess he didn't trust it. So this year we got a new head coach, and he fully believes in me. So I have the opportunity to do it when I want to. And
Mm-hmm.
really, I think the biggest advantage of it is when you're rolling out to your lefts and you don't have to make a crossbody throw, or there's someone coming
Right.
right at you, and you can just get a little sidearm with your.
Mm-hmm.
So really, that's the two biggest things that I'm gonna be using it this year. Maybe a little crossing route or something, but I'm definitely
For
gonna
sure.
incorporate it in a game.
For sure. That's dope. So I was watching some of your highlights, but I see you usually throw with your right arm. So
Yeah,
is that because of how your old coach kind of like didn't trust you with throwing with your left arm, so you got so like used to just like your routine is just kind of like mainly throwing with your right?
yeah. Well, yeah. Right now, I usually just throw with my right, and then,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, rollouts and stuff. It's not right now. It's not to a point where I'm just gonna drop back and just throw it lefty. I want to get to that
Right.
at some point, but I think I'm best when I just roll out with my left and make.
For sure. Got you. That's dope, bro. I like if I like man, ambidextrous being an ambidextrous quarterback, bro. Cause like a quarterback, of course, like I feel like that's a position where it's like you mainly, of course, you're the main person using your hands. I feel like more than almost anybody. Um, and then just being able to just like you don't have a dominant hand, like you can just
Yeah,
you just both sides. It's just like that just sounds so dope to me, bro.
yeah.
You view it as an advantage?
Definitely. Well,
Mm-hmm.
like I just said, the rollouts. I know a lot of QBs they try to set up and try to make a dumb throw. Like I
Mm-hmm.
threw a pick last year because I tried to make a crossbody dumb throw. It
Mm-hmm.
easily been prevented if I just threw it with my left when I rolled out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just stuff like that, and then really if you got screen game, that's a good time to use it because you don't have to flip your whole body to throw that way. Like you can
Right.
dump it off real quick. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like a humongous advantage, but I mean it helps. It gets the ball.
Yeah.
That's what you want. So
Mm-hmm.
those two things, I really think that it can really change the game.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like most definitely, like you can just lead the way for other quarterbacks, other young guys, coming up, ambidextrous, or with because I feel like there's mainly right-handed quarterbacks. We're gonna see a lot of lefties in the game.
Yeah.
But being ambidextrous, you got both. Like you can most definitely change it, bro. Like
Yeah.
defense is probably like, is there ever a time in the game where defenses like you see coaches being frustrated because like defenses just don't know what to do?
uh, I've seen that. Yeah. You know.
You seen it before?
Yeah. It's
That's dope, bro.
yeah.
That's different. That's different. That's dope, bro. For real, for real.
Yes, sir.
Next question I have for you, bro, is coming out of Nebraska, bro. How does it feel putting your school and just your state on the map? Because I feel like Nebraska, of course, like the university for sports, that's pretty big for like for especially football. But it's kind of come out of just like sports, the sports world. I feel like it's not as maybe it's not as big yet, or it's not on like, but it's on the come up though.
Yeah.
And I feel like since you're now a part of that, how does it feel just putting your school and your state on the map?
Well, yeah, I think that's definitely one of the biggest things that video helped me with, exposure. Um, our school, we've all been talking about it, that um, really that video can help put us on the map and get us more exposure. So
Mm-hmm.
last year, and we, I don't know if you've seen, but we've won like 4 games in the past some years. But our school's not naturally as gifted as other schools, and they don't get the players. But this year we're looking really solid. We got that winning mentality, and I think if the kids, if we can get some exposure, like that video can help us with, I think that's definitely the key of what helped. So this year, um, it just felt great to get that exposure and really just put our school on the map.
For sure. Most definitely, y'all on the come up, bro. For sure, like without a doubt, bro. I know in the next couple of years, y'all gonna be up there, bro.
Yes, sir.
For sure. You have interest. You have interest from several schools, bro. And that's something I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, bro. That's great.
Thank you.
Going into your sophomore year, having interest from multiple big name D1 schools that want you to play for them. And I've seen you. You've gone on a couple visits. Do you have like a dream school or like a school you would favorite the most to play as? Would you want to speak on that, or is that more of like a that's kind of like a confidential type of thing? You got to wait and see, or was it like a favorite school that you visited at and that you met the coaches, saw how they did things, or saw the stadium? Like, what was your favorite thing about going on visits, or what's your dream school?
Yeah. Well, I don't really have a dream school right now. I'm still young. I can still figure that out
Mm-hmm.
time. But I definitely like Notre Dame, Michigan. Went down to Texas. I really like Texas. I actually met Arch Manning there. Um,
Oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I saw that. That's dope, bro.
and then of course my hometown Nebraska. I like what I've grown up on. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the best thing about these visits and camps is just really getting your name and face in front of colleges that you wouldn't really have the chance to, especially for camps. That's really the
Mm-hmm.
time to like show out. So I really liked those schools, and of course I took visits to other schools, and I liked them a lot too. So I wouldn't,
Right.
but those are really just the most noticeable schools that I.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, and also Oklahoma State. I went to there. I went to the
Oh yeah, OSU.
3 times in a row, or not in
Three times.
times. I went to the Bedlam game. That was once in a lifetime experience. That was insane.
Yeah. What was it like doing that?
You know, it was crazy. After the game, we all stormed the field because
Oh wow.
yeah, it's the first time Oklahoma State doesn't usually beat Oklahoma in Bedlam. I don't think so. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that was just a real experience. When I usually take me and my dad and maybe my mom on these visits, so we always get
Mm-hmm.
super hyped. We take uh,
Yeah.
big advantage. We know how blessed we are for the opportunity, so we take as big of an advantage as we can with these games.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad that it's great that you're able to realize that it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That you don't take it for granted.
Yes, sir.
Cause that's really good, bro. Like your mentality, you got your head on straight, bro. You going places for sure, bro. You gonna come up. I feel like the next question I have for you is what was your reaction seeing that video? Like how did you figure out you were on SportsCenter and that video on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter blew up? What was your reaction to that? How'd you figure that out?
Um, like anyone, it was insane. You know, when it first blew up, I was getting super hyped that I had like 700 likes on the video, but
Mm-hmm.
me and my dad never thought that the video would have blown up like it did. So
Mm-hmm.
it was definitely crazy. I ended up missing like 2 days of school because of it, because I
Oh wow.
I couldn't I couldn't handle myself. I was watching like my follower count and stuff, and like
Yeah.
yeah, it's just blowing up. Everything's going crazy, and then I was
Mm-hmm.
getting featured on this and that, and then like every I don't know, Good Morning Football mentioned me.
Oh wow.
I got I got interviewed by my local like local news, and that
Mm-hmm.
thing got like everywhere. It got posted by different
Yeah.
channels. So
Mm-hmm.
um, it, I think it blew up because no one's ever seen it before. So um,
Yeah.
I, I'm still at a loss of words for it. It really just
Yeah.
it changed my life, but I'm still the same person that I was before. So
Yeah. For sure. Like, yeah, that's when I saw Ambidextrous QB, I was like, yo, quarterback, like I understand, like I feel like I've seen a couple ambidextrous dudes, but it's like what they do doesn't really benefit it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen it in
baseball,
like basketball, yeah, baseball, basketball. But I feel like those sports, it's like it's an advantage a little bit. Like against some baseball, you got bat, you can swing left, swing,
yeah,
catch with both
yeah,
hands. I feel like basketball, you just have to dribble with both hands. So I mean,
yeah,
that's just kind of like a given. But football, and especially being a quarterback, I was like, that's different. That's gonna change it. That's gonna change like the game, bro.
yes, sir.
That's gonna change the game, bro. What was your reaction? Because I'm a big Ravens fan. I'm from Maryland, so I'm a big Ravens fan. Lamar Jackson is one of my favorite players. Him calling you a future, or not even a future, number one overall pick. What was your reaction with that?
Um, again, that's at a loss of words. I never thought that it would reach these NFL players. I never thought a former MVP would on it.
Mm-hmm.
Him and I actually love him and Michael Vick too, because
Yeah, my
both
too.
of them played so different.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the game. I think him and Michael Vick, because
Yeah.
they they got the dual threat type of thing.
Right.
But that was crazy. And
Mm-hmm.
then that the Ravens wrote an article on me about that. So
Oh wow.
yeah, it really just that helped me blow up even more. And I know that's been posted everywhere, that the number one pick thing. So that was really cool.
Yeah. Future number one overall. I agree with Lamar, bro. For real, like keep going, bro. With your future, bro. Which everything, how blessed you are, and how everything is going for you, bro. I'm sure that's in the future for you, bro. Most definitely.
Sure, thank you.
Of course, bro. Of course. What are your main goals in the game of football? Where do you see yourself going with the sport? Is the goal, of course, continue playing in high school, playing college, go to the NFL, anything like that, or just like what's your goals with the? Where do you see yourself going with this game of football? Where it's taking you?
Well, my first goal as of like right now, I want to win a state championship with my team. Take them
Mm-hmm.
to their first ever state championship in a while. That'd be a absolute dream, because
For sure.
yeah, it's but and then after that, I want to get a bunch of offers and stuff and go to college and get my really I want to go to college to get my college paid for and play football also with it.
Yeah.
I know I know everyone wants to be an NFL player like me, but you got to keep your head on straight and know that injuries happen and stuff like that. Just terrible accidents
Yeah.
may change your life, and you got to have a backup plan. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to get education free for sure, and then of course if that
For sure.
number one draft pick come true, that would be insane.
Most definitely. Like, of course, if you can do what you love, bro, without paying for it for the cost of getting exposure, getting out there, bro, you're in there, bro.
Yeah,
Like, I always be saying, like, of course, you've been putting work in for years. I know you have. For years, you've been working with this. And the moment your light shines, bro, like the moment, and it already is, it's happening as we speak, and as you're getting interest and just being seen by coaches in colleges, bro, and how they're interested in you, and just the goal is, bro, like just continue doing what you love at the least amount of cost you can get. Like if you're doing what you love, bro, and you're just getting paid for it, bro, you living a dream, bro, for
Right.
sure. Like you living life, bro. Most definitely. So taking your team to a state championship and going to college, getting offers, and then said going to the NFL, possibly going to the NFL.
Oh yeah, that's the big dream. But we gotta
Right.
we gotta play for the smaller dreams first, college, and then
Right.
after that, hopefully go to the big leagues. Because
For sure.
that's not. It's crazy because it's like 1% of high school football players even go to college, and then it's like 0.001 go to the NFL. So if I can be in that, that's just a blessing. And I'm blessed right
For
now.
sure, bro.
That's crazy. That'd be insane.
For sure. You're gonna defeat the odds, bro. You're gonna defeat the odds, bro.
There.
I'm telling you right now. Everybody listening to this podcast right now, Mikey Gow, bro. He's in that. Give me 6 years from now, bro. Bro gonna be in the NFL right now, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. Gonna be in the NFL right now. Gonna be in college. You gonna be doing. He gonna be doing. He gonna continue doing something big for himself. He gonna be on the map. Y'all gonna know him. If y'all already don't know him now, y'all gonna know him soon for sure.
Thank you, yes, sir.
Being a freshman, so you're a freshman on varsity, or now you're going into your sophomore year. So just being a starter on varsity, playing with, I feel like, of course, varsity, playing with older guys, like mainly like juniors and seniors. Um, is it ever a moment where you've been like overlooked or underestimated, or is it just like they know you're that guy, like they know you can do what you do?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the first time you step foot in high school, everyone's gonna underlook. Everyone's, you're the new guy in the team. You're the freshman. No one knows you,
Mm-hmm.
but you really gotta
Yeah.
prove who you are and what you know you are. So I think throughout the summer, um, I really um, I really proved them wrong because I was playing baseball and I had different excuses for that and stuff, but I hurt my arm like midway through football, and that really
Mm-hmm.
affected it. But I just had to keep going, and um, I had to prove them wrong. So I think playing with older guys, you got to get their respect, and then you got to create friendships with them and just keep your bond with them because those bonds will last for a lifetime. So
Right.
yeah, it was super cool last year.
For sure. For sure. For sure. So how did it all go last year? Like how would you rate your first year playing in high school? Like I feel like it's kind of like year one, kind of like the road to where you want to be, kind of starts in high school. Because I feel like maybe that's where most athletes get like the exposure. Or they just like learn a lot more about what they do in their sport and just getting better and all that. Um, so how would you say your first year went playing football?
Well, I'd say from a life standpoint, I learned a bunch of lessons. I learned how to deal with adversity because we didn't win that many games last year. So I really learned and handled adversity. Um, but from the football standpoint, we had a run heavy offense. We didn't have a great coaching staff. So my running back actually had more yards than me, and I think our team chemistry wasn't there. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of different parts went into us not finishing the season well and not just handling our business. We had a lot of people jacking around and stuff, but this year I think really our culture has changed and we got a new head coach, new coaching staff. So
Mm-hmm.
we're looking really good this year compared to last year.
For sure. For sure. I'm ready, bro. I'm looking forward to, bro. I'm looking forward to the season, bro. Ready for what y'all got. I'm ready for what y'all got to show me. Ready for what y'all gonna do this year, man. I'm excited for y'all.
There.
Going into your sophomore year and signing your first NIL deal is something big, bro. I feel like that's great. Like that's big going into your sophomore year. What does it feel like being a part of the Soldier Sports family? Like how did all that come into play?
I've known Soldier's actually based in Omaha, Nebraska. So I've known about Soldier for a while. Been repping their stuff. So, they're one of the biggest sports people in our state, at least. And I know they're getting nationally. So it's just really cool to sign with them and really just kick things off with
Mm-hmm.
NIL because, the first deals, I feel like always the biggest one. And yeah, Soldier's really cool with me. Give me a lot of stuff, and they really just helped me out and blessed me. So I'm really thankful for that.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. So it was all in like May. It was in May when I believe it was in
Yeah,
May when that happened.
yeah.
So you knew about it before. Did you ever have in mind before you signed the NIL deal with them? You were like, I'm interested in them. I see what they do. I like their brand. It would be cool to sign with them. Like, were you thinking that in the past, or it just kind of all came into play as just things like transpired into something great?
Well, me and my dad's really been the one that's seen the big picture about NIL.
Hmm.
I was just a small kid from Nebraska, so I never thought I'd have the opportunity to get a deal like that. But he's always had that big picture. We designed a logo for me about
Hmm.
3-4 months ago, way before the video ever happened. So my dad believes in me a lot, and he believed in like NIL and stuff. So I didn't really see that coming, but my dad for sure saw that coming, and he was just ready for that. So yeah.
For sure, bro. For sure. NIL, but that's dope. But that's big, bro.
Oh,
That's big. I saw an article. I was reading this article about you, bro. About saying I don't know if it was true or not, but it said that you didn't start playing QB until you were in seventh grade. Is that true?
yeah.
So you didn't play. So you just started playing. Not just started playing. You've been playing quarterback only since seventh grade.
hmm Um,
Since seventh grade.
ever playing football was 6th grade, and I was
Hmm.
bigger kids on the team, so I played offensive line, defensive line, really anyway
Yeah.
where they wanted to put me. I was kind of soft, so 7th grade year rolled around. I really started working, and I got my 7th grade middle school starting job. So
Hmm.
that was really the first time I knew that I could be great because I saw coaches that believed in me. My parents believed in me, so I really thought I was um, in a great opportunity to succeed, and I really have took advantage of that since. So
For sure, bro. For sure. So seventh grade. That's about like 3 years ago for us, man.
yeah.
So um being like not like a new quarterback because you've been doing it for a little bit. You've
Mm,
been doing it for a good amount of time, but I feel like compared to some guys who like been playing quarterback their whole entire life, I
yeah.
feel like you've been putting in work since for and mainly in like the quarterback position for like 3 years, 4 years, and being where you're at now is insane, bro. Like what's that like for you? Like just noticing that, just like acknowledging that.
Yeah, it's definitely when you put it in that way, it's definitely crazy that I've really been working on it for a shorter time than most people have. But I'm I don't I don't know. I feel like I'm such a hard worker that if I put my mind to it, I can really do anything with my will. So 7th grade, like you'll if you see my 7th grade compared to 8th grade, I grew a bunch. I got way better. And then 8th grade compared to 9th grade, again, same thing. 9th grade compared to 10th grade, same thing. So I really think every year I'm just growing and growing and getting better and getting better. So um, yeah, it's just crazy to see where I started compared to where I am now.
For sure. Like that's big, bro. Like I know I've been saying that, but that really is big, bro. Like playing on a position for like 2, 3 years, 4 years, and where you're at now, that's big, bro. What's a day in the life of what you do towards football? Like, what's a day in the life of like how you had some of the like workouts today? What are the stuff you do to become better every day, or like how do you view how to become better than you were last season?
So I start off my morning around for summer workouts. We go at 6, so I wake up at like 5. Usually I try to get a breakfast in, but if I can't, then I'll just hit it after. But we have workouts till about 8 to 9, somewhere around there, and then after, usually a bunch of guys stay. We'll also have 7-on-7 some days, like today. But
Mm-hmm.
so after, some of the guys will stay, and we'll do some competing drills, some different catching drills, footwork drills, just really trying to get each other better. And then I go home around 12, and then I come back, rest a little, and then usually I have QB training or routes with my teammates, anywhere from
Mm-hmm.
later in the day, and then I spend the rest of the day just eating and preparing for the next day because I really think getting your mind ready for the next day is how you succeed.
Mm-hmm. Sure, like mental preparation, bro. That's good. Having a routine every day, having a routine every day, and the person who's I know he's gonna be watching it, listening to this podcast, and he just told me this a couple of days ago. I think he's gonna know who he is. He always me and him we were talking about routines the other day, and how routines really like can impact like what you do in just your life so much.
Yeah.
Like let's say like the first guy who just wakes up at any time of the day, maybe like sleeps at like 4 in the morning, and wakes up at like 12, 1, 2 in the afternoon, and then doesn't do what they do, doesn't stretch, doesn't put the work in, but they still want to become successful. But then the second guy wakes up every day like you do, has a routine, 5, 6 in the morning, eats, um, gets the workout in, all that, just throughout the whole morning. Of course, the second guy who has a routine and who's doing his thing is gonna probably become more successful
Yeah.
just because he's the one putting more work in. He has his things planned out. And I feel like it's okay sometimes not to have things planned out. You know what I'm saying? Just
Hmm.
looking at just the step in front of you and not the whole staircase. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But of course, just having a routine like you do, like how you said, you're focusing on what's in the now, like high school championship or just getting better this upcoming season. But you have a routine and you're working towards that. You know what I'm saying? That's good, bro. Have a routine. Continue doing what you're doing, my guy.
Thank you.
For sure, bro, for sure. I saw that you wear 18. I saw the chain too, number 18.
Yep.
Um, it's because of Peyton Manning,
Uh,
or it's just a number that you. It's just a number that you just kind of like, and it just kind of just grew on you.
well, um, yeah, that Peyton Manning. That's one of the reasons. I have two reasons, but Peyton Manning's one of them. Um, he's like he's one of the greatest of all time. I actually met him down in Louisiana at his passing
Hmm.
academy. So that was
Yeah,
cool. That was like inspirational for me.
that's dope.
That's my inspiration, and I met.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was really cool. And then the second reason why I wear 18, really I just got it like my first year ever playing quarterback, so it meant a lot to me. It's a great quarterback number. It really just stuck to me, so that's why I stuck with 18.
For sure. That's dope, bro. That's dope. So it's just multiple reasons. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of athletes, the meaning or reasoning behind um like their number is sometimes it's a big thing, sometimes just like, oh, it's just I just grew up with it, but sometimes it has like a meaning and it's
Mm.
something big behind it, like how you just explained. So like you just said, you met Peyton Manning. I was just about to talk about that. You met both Peyton Manning and Arch Manning. So take us into that moment. Like, what was it like meeting another great upcoming quarterback and Peyton Manning, one of the greatest of all time, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time?
Meeting Arch was crazy. He's obviously the number one quarterback in the nation right now. But it was crazy how much like people he had around him protecting him, who just really loved him. So it was like when I got my picture with him and met him, yeah, it was almost like security guards there. But
Mm-hmm.
I just asked for a picture, so they just let me through. But Art,
Yeah.
you can really see why Arch is the number one in the nation. He's got good
Mm-hmm.
size, good stuff on film. So, yeah, that was really cool. And then Peyton, I don't know, that was crazy. He's bigger in person than you think. He's
Mm-hmm.
still in shape and stuff. So, um,
Yeah.
I had like a 15-minute conversation with him. I
Oh wow.
asked questions that I already like knew. I just wanted to keep him over with
Yeah.
me because you know that
Yeah.
it's just so crazy for me. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I try. That's the type of people I want to be involved with. People who want to be successful and have already been successful,
Yeah.
so that I can fall down that path as well.
Yeah. For sure. Surrounding your circle with people who are minded like you, but it's gonna take you a long way, bro.
Hmm.
Just like your group and just the people you're around, and just like kind of like that in like the influence aspect of it. the influence aspect of it. Just kind of like taking it all in, like just people around you and stuff like that. Um, that's great, bro. Like just keep, how you just said, you already got your head on straight, bro, for sure. Like how you just said, you wanna, that's the type of people you wanna be around, people who want to be successful and stuff like that. Well, I'm running out of time for a little bit. They about to kick me out the booth. But so what was like one of the what's one of the most important things Peyton Manning told you when you met him? Did he give you any like advice or any like anything special to tell you about like how to, about just football or just about just playing football or just your future, anything like that?
Well, two of the biggest things I heard, really just I've heard this from a lot of people, but from him it just like seemed more special. But he said, him and Eli they both said to just take advantage of high school and like your senior year, because
Mm-hmm.
that's your season that you're gonna remember the most. You're gonna keep in contact with the
Yeah.
teammates that you have, because
Right.
it's such an emotional moment and like such a big year for you. So they were telling me to definitely take advantage of your high school career and your senior year, because it all goes by so fast. So never take it for granted. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then from the like quarterback aspect, Peyton was talking to me about just like dropbacks and keeping my eyes where I want them to be, to just look off safeties and stuff. So um,
Mm-hmm.
he gave me great tips and stuff that I think about now and put into my game.
For sure, bro. That's dope, bro. That's dope. Meeting one of the greatest of all time, bro, and another upcoming quarterback, bro. That's great, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's good. That's great, bro.
That's amazing.
But man,
Put on that camp.
for sure. Oh, what were you saying, man? What were you saying?
That's amazing that they put on that camp, because
Mm-hmm.
it gives all these kids opportunities to see who they can be and really learn from the best. So I think that's a
Yeah.
good.
For sure, bro. I'm telling you, like camps bring a lot of exposure and a lot of experience
Yeah,
with just what you want to do. Like camps are honestly one of like, I feel like a little overlooked or not talked about enough when it comes to gaining exposure in sports. Cause I mean, like, of course you play football, I play basketball, so feeling like just kind of like understanding where you're coming from and just going to just camps and um just camps and just playing and just getting out there will really just get you exposure and just get you better, of course. Like
yeah.
um, sports is really just a great thing, bro. Like
Oh yeah,
in so many aspects, bro. Like it builds character. You meet great people. You can build a future within that, and that's just a great thing on how I view it.
yeah. It's like a big. It's your big picture. It's every.
For real, it's like a canvas, bro. You just gotta paint it, bro.
Yeah, that's
That's all, bro. For real. What'd you say?
I said that's inspirational right there.
Inspiration. Hey, man, it's just the thought process of it all, man. It's just thought process of it all, man. But I appreciate you coming on, bro. For real. I
All right,
appreciate you coming on, for real, for real.
yes sir. Thank you for having me.
Of course, bro. Thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure, bro.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all tuning into the Unfazed podcast. Make sure you check out Mikey Gow. Check out what he's doing, man. He got a big future going for him. Thank you for tuning into the Unfazed podcast. Available on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, everywhere you can listen to a podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Mikey, for coming on.
Sure.
It's your host, Ossie the Bow, signing out. See y'all in the next episode.